how to handle negative emotions. It's a quite interesting topic. Because everyone is trying to address this issue. This is a very troublesome issue for everyone, because everyone has emotions and everyone is struggling with that emotions.
Have you ever noticed how easy it is to get pulled into a struggle with your own thoughts and feelings? This is something that we all readily do. It comes naturally to us. We start fighting and struggling with our thoughts and feelings. It's as if we get pulled into this game of chess, where the white pieces are all our positive thoughts and feelings, and the black pieces are all our negative thoughts and feelings. And we get so invested in trying to win this battle. We try to move the white pieces, our positive thoughts and feelings, to dominate the board. And we try to wipe out all the black pieces, get rid of all the negative thoughts and feelings. But there are at least two problems with going through life this way. Firstly, there's an infinite number of white and black pieces. So this battle is never won. It's ongoing forever. The other problem is that white pieces actually attract black pieces. You move the white piece, I'm a good friend, it attracts the black piece, no you're not, what about the time you did that? You move the white piece, I accept myself, it attracts the black piece, no you don't, what about your thighs, what about your stretch marks, what about your pot belly? So what about if we could learn how to be like the board? The board is not involved in the battle. The board is intimate contact with the pieces, it holds the pieces, but it's not fighting. If we can learn to be more like the board, to step back and watch our thoughts and feelings, to make room for them, to let them flow through us, without getting caught up in a fight or a conflict or a struggle, we're in a much better position to create a rich, full and meaningful life, because we can invest our time and effort and energy in acting on our values, behaving like the person we really want to be, instead of investing it in a futile struggle with our own thoughts and feelings.
So, for example, if I give you a tablet and you take the tablet, from tomorrow onwards there will be no negative emotions or thoughts, all those stuff. That would be a great thing. The tablet would be the most wanted thing in the world. Unfortunately, such a tablet is not available. So now, our question is, if the tablet is not available, what to do with these emotions, these negative thoughts that is capturing our head, torturing our head, producing a lot of chemicals in our body, stress in our day-to-day life, all those things. Basically, we have to understand what is emotions and thoughts. Thoughts are an abstract idea which may not have an energy to perform any action, but usually emotions will have some energy to do, and it will have some bodily chemical reactions too. So emotions are a little more powerful than thoughts. For example, if I get angry, what happens is I feel some irritation feeling in me and some bubbling energy that comes in my body and constitutes and occupies my whole body, and it wants to move forward. So even though I have no action to do regarding my anger, it creates some energy and it starts moving. So what I do is usually I walk around in my room, I go around for some time. What does it mean? It means that anger has been born and it has created some energy, and then the energy is moving physically in forward direction, something like that. So what this anger is an emotion that creates some chemical reactions and creates energy and physical action. So any emotion that is created in our body will have some inducing forward movement action. Okay, this is emotion which has some energy, and difference between this emotion and thought is emotion has such a power in our body and actions. So what we need to know about emotions? The basic thing we need to know about emotions are it has a purpose. So what is the purpose? We can understand that positive emotion has a purpose. But what these negative emotions have? Does it have any purpose? If it is having some purpose, why is creating such uncomfortable, uneasy feeling in me? That's the question now. In first case, does it have any purpose? If so, what is it? And even if it has purpose, why it has to create an uncomfortable or uneasy feeling in me? For example, if somebody is coming near me who is not looking neat and clean, and he seems to be drunkard. So when he comes near me, usually what I feel is a disgust feeling that arises in my mind that I should avoid that person who is drunk and not clean, who may use some unwanted words. So that person, when he comes near me, I get a disgust feeling. So the disgust feeling wants to make me to move away from that person. So this is the disgust feeling coming in me, asking me to move away from the unwanted object. For example, if that person comes and I don't have a disgust feeling within me, what will happen? He will come and near me. He may make some dirty things around me and even scold me or even take some money from my pocket. So what happens is, if I don't have a disgust feeling, I will be simply sitting here, allowing to do whatever that person wants to do. So unless I have a disgust feeling to move away from that person, I will not have the energy and intention to move away from that person. So even the disgust feeling has a purpose and it fulfills that purpose. So is the case with anger, so is the case with lust, so is the case with love, so is the case with compassion, and all other emotions, fear, everything has a purpose, whether it is positive or negative. Irrespective of that, we have an emotional system where certain feelings are designed to move towards that object by creating a positive energy, and certain emotions are created to move away from that object. You should have a repulsion. Some emotions are helping to move towards that object, and some emotions are allows us to move away from the object. So it is something like in a car we have an accelerator and brake. We may think why we do have to have a brake in a car. The car is designed to move forward, to go to certain place. So we should have only accelerator. If you think logically, that's the right thing. I am in Chennai, I want to go to Bangalore. So what happens? What should be there is, I should have an accelerator, I should press the accelerator, I should go to Bangalore. What is this brake for? Brake is something to stop. But I want to go to Bangalore. Why does I have a certain system that stops me? This is the same case with our emotional system. If we think superficially, we may think that negative emotions are something like the one which is not needed, which inhibits us, which creates uncomfortable in us, which should be thrown away. So the primary purpose of the emotional system is to guide us, either to asking us to move forward or asking us to hold back.
Everybody has a brain.
Today we're going to be talking about intrusive thoughts. That's a broad term for stuff that you don't like that pops into your head. They're more than just thoughts. You might define them as thoughts, or memories, images, urges, voices, feelings, unicorns. When I say intrusive thoughts in this video, I'm actually talking about all of the intrusive stuff in your head. And what we're going to look at in this video is a theory for understanding why your brain gives you intrusive thoughts and how you can get rid of them. Your brain is your best frenemy. It actually really likes you and it wants to give you gifts. Your brain is constantly giving you gifts. Most of the time you just ignore these gifts, like you ignore clouds passing overhead. But sometimes you focus in on one of these gifts. You judge it. It makes you feel uncertain. It's scary. You focus lots of your time and energy on it as you try to get rid of it. And you do get rid of it. And you feel really good about that. And that makes your brain happy.
Yay!
Because it's found a way to make you happy and help you get what you want. If you really like resolving uncertainties and escaping your fears and getting rid of intrusive thoughts, then all your brain has to do is give you more of those so you can spend more time and energy getting rid of them and getting those feelings you want. The more you want those feelings of relief from fear and anxiety, the more your brain is going to give you opportunities to chase those feelings you so desperately want. This is all normal animal learning behavior. When you get the things you want, dopamine neurons release dopamine that binds to receptors around your brain. It makes you feel good. Then your brain's powerful pattern recognition machinery kicks into action. When you engage in compulsions to get rid of intrusive thoughts and other feelings you don't like, you create a pattern. As brains notice patterns, dopamine neurons light up earlier and earlier along the pattern in anticipation of reward. So what are you teaching your brain is the prerequisite to feeling good. experiencing intrusive thoughts, feeling bad, and engaging in compulsions. So it gives you more of them. If you really want to get rid of the intrusive thoughts, stop trying to get rid of them. Break the pattern. If you react to an intrusive thought with a coping, a checking, or controlling compulsion, then you're training your brain to have that thought more. But our brains are very economical. They don't waste time throwing stuff at us that we don't engage with. If you accept the stuff in your head, it's stuff in your head, and you fix your values, and you do healthy things, your brain is going to stop throwing that stuff at you. You are not a dog. You don't have to chase every stick your brain throws at you. If you stop chasing the sticks, your brain will stop throwing them. It's okay to have stuff in your head you don't like. You can have thoughts and memories and urges and voices and images and fears and anything you don't like. You can have all of that bouncing around up there, and you can do healthy things that align with your values, that help you be healthy and happy over the long term and reach your goals in life. Let your brain think what it wants to think and take it along for the ride as you achieve your goals in life, and you show your brain what you actually wanted to think about.
So what had happened, the purpose of our emotion going on. So, but it creates some, without memory we can't understand everything. So everything has a connection with past in that sense. Let it serve its purpose. What I am trying to tell here, but through presence, you be aware of your presence. It serves some purpose. Why it has to, what we create, usually what we do is as well as. As soon as a negative emotion comes, our default attitude, intention is, then we will see how uneasiness, fearful things comes. It tries to handle temporarily, subside that and permanently. So in order to default about our temporary solution, default action, I am trying to right now create a presence so that if you are present, you will not stop what you call control the negative emotion, even though it will allow the negative emotions so that it will do its purpose and it will go away. You don't intervene in this action of this emotion. So in order not to intervene, I am asking you to be present. That's what in Tamil tradition they say, Summa you did not do anything. What that means is hurts me, or usually our tendency is to do something with our emotion. So don't do anything with our emotions. All that you need to do is physical action. But all if you want to do, read this emotion and go out and do physical action. So our intellect should be transferred to act upon this emotion in the mind. To indicate that point, we will not act. Stress on any pain, emphasize on the presence of this intellect without doing anything. Let it be there. There is no issue. I will leave it as. But the pain in the physical body has to create a pain in the mind. So only I can feel the pain in the mind, I will act upon the thing to be done. For in this case, I have to throw this thorn away from my body. So any this what you call obstructions or any pain has to create a physical pain as well as a mental pain, so that we can act upon the physical action and the pain in the mind is getting relieved. So this is the usual mechanism the mind operates. So only through uneasiness we will act. So there are two motivational systems. One is the mind wants to move towards a joyful object. When it sees any joyful object, it wants to move towards that joyful object. When the mind sees anything unwanted, it moves away from it. So it has to create uneasiness feeling about this object which it needs to be avoiding. So by creating attraction, it wants to move. By creating some disgust, it wants to move away. So it has to create some uneasiness feeling. So actually all negative emotions has to create a negative, uneasy, uncomfortable feeling to serve its purpose. So we saw all negative emotions as a purpose, and all negative emotions are by nature uneasy and uncomfortable. Okay. So this is the basic idea about emotions, all those stuff.